players produced an excellent final, which we joined early in the first half, with Dundalk playing from right to left.
Gino Lawless. Whelan. Now Hanrahan. And a rather clumsy challenge by Kevin Brady. The first free kick of the FAI Cup final is Dundalk's. Peter Hanrahan. He's hit the net 3 times in the cup for Dundalk. Brady, the guilty party. Purdy takes the free kick, and in goes Emerson! And it's cleared away in the end by Whelan. And the first corner of the match is Dundalk's, and the first close call coming in front of Jody Byrne's goal. From the free kick, Purdy whipped it in, and there was the danger, and Everston just couldn't make it ahead of Whelan. Cleared by Purdy, then Everston into space for Cooney. And that's swept wide for McNulty. What a good ball. McNulty against Brady, and Brady having to scamper to get it away. That was a splendid ball by Wayne Cooney for Tom McNulty. It's such an influence since he's come into this Dundalk team on the left side of midfield. Former Shamrock Rovers player. What about this for a cross-field pass to pick out McNulty, whose first touch maybe let him down a bit, but what a great ball. Pinpoint accurate. Dug out the cross, pulled a bit behind Costello. Gino Lawless to clear it to Hanrahan. It's meant for Irwin, and it's rebounded kindly for him. Irwin's shots, whistling across the face of the goal and away. Dundalk's top scorer seizing on the opportunity presented by the mishap suffered by Brady and Neville. Oh, and in goes Dully. Both the Dundalk defence snapping, but not Alan O'Neill. Flicked on, Dully at pace and a first-time volley, but not powerful enough to trouble O'Neill. Rutherford trying to turn Purdy and succeeding in getting past him. Kept his balance well. And got the cross in. O'Doherty up. Dully! He might have wished for more power in the shot, but it was Mark Rutherford who did very well wide on the left, skipping past Purdy, keeping his balance. And when it broke to Dully, he was swift with the shot, but not sufficiently powerful to trouble O'Neill. There's Lawless. Now Lawler and Everston. But Coyle able to win it back. Then Lawless once more, and well intercepted, finding McNulty. And here's Tom McNulty. And Irwin. And McNulty. Oh, and he just couldn't get hold of the shot. Good build-up by Dundalk. And the expectation mounted as McNulty homed in on goal. To the very back, Lawler, cleared by Neville. Then Rutherford. Doolan. Oh, lovely ball. Rutherford on for Coyle. Shelbourne taking the fight to Dundalk, who are struggling now to get men back. Oh, Costello! Greg Costello gets the goal that puts Shelbourne in front. Super build-up. And then clipped in for Costello to get away from his marker and head the goal. Free kick taken by Cooney. Everston. Well, that was Haylock, but he's given it now to Hanrahan. Against Coyle. Hanrahan's cross. Everston just not tall enough. Did everything right except make the connection. Well, that's come for Dully, and Corey Dully homing in on goal. That could have made the cup secure, and he knows it. Haylock's persistence set him free. He tried the side-footed past O'Neill, who had his angles covered well. Brian Irwin showed too much of it to Costello. Great strength to get away from that challenge. What a great game, Greg Costello. What a good ball. Dully. In the middle is Doolan. There's Dully's cross. Doolan! again, just fractionally too high. But here's another one. Call and Lawless away. Costello once more. Rutherford's cross this time. Up goes Dully. No power in the header. And Dundalk begin again as Dully picks himself up. Again, it was Mick Neville there to prevent the little wall pass. Di Rutherford. Haylock's on the run. Trying to hold off Murphy, and he succeeded. Gary Haylock, Dully in the middle. Haylock. Wrong option. Brian Irwin. Good challenge by Anto Whelan. And no offside. Gary Haylock. Dully and Brown in the middle. Haylock. And Dully just couldn't get there. So tantalizingly across the face of the goal. But that's enough. The whistle sounds after 1 minute and 9 seconds of added time. And after a 30-year wait, Shelbourne have once again won the FAI Cup. And Greg Costello is the man of the moment, the man who scored the final's only goal in the 60th minute. There's the Shelbourne captain, Mick Neville, about to receive from FAI President Michael Hyland the FAI Cup. It's Shelbourne's Cup after a 30-year wait. And well, they deserved it. Well, this was what it was all about. It's the FAI Cup, and Shelbourne own it for the next 12 months. Captained by Mick Neville. What's that, 5 out of 6 cups?
5 out of 6, George. Yeah, I think, as I said, I get as much pleasure out of any of them as I would have today. It was a great occasion today. Really enjoyed it.
Dundalk are always difficult opponents, difficult to break down.
I said before the match it was always going to be hard, but I think in our second half display we were well worth the win. Well worth it.
And you got the win because of the man beside you, Greg Costello, an irregular scorer, but you were certainly in the right place at the right time today.
Yeah, Gar was making tracks down the right, and I was just fortunate enough to arrive in the box when Gar crossed it. And the lads to give me stick over and not scoring, so big surprise to me as well as everybody else. But it's nice to score the winner in the final.
Well, you got into the right place because it was a classic counter-attack goal and it had come from a Dundalk corner.
Right, I don't remember too much about it. I don't even remember too much about the game, to be honest. All I remember is Gar, and he had the ball and it seemed to clear the defender, and I was there and it just hit at me more than that nearly.
That's just 4 this season, but I dare say you remember that forever.
I remember all of them, they're that rare, to be honest.
We remember them all, George.
That's the manager with his interjection, Pat Byrne. 24 hours after celebrating a birthday, you're celebrating an FAI Cup after a league last year. It's been a great 2 years for you, and it's not over yet.
No, it's been a great 2 years, and a lot of hard work done by people connected with the club. I'm especially pleased for our chairman, Mr. Donnelly. He's from Dundalk, and his whole family are. So it was a big occasion for them, and I'm really pleased, as much of the players as for him, really.
Difficult question maybe to answer, but what exactly swung it, do you think, for Shelbourne?
Well, I felt the lads were very positive. They did very well the first half. I felt the Dundalk were on top for the first 20 minutes, and then we got back in the game. And then the second half, the lads worked really, really hard to get forward. Greg did very well last week, the same sort of runs last week against Bowes, and it was great to see him get the winner.
Well, we can't talk about the FAI Cup going to Shelbourne without acknowledging the fact that in the background is Jim McLaughlin, who must count as the king of the FAI Cup. Tell me again, how many is that?
That's 7 out of 9, Jim, Joe.
That's not a bad record, is it, really?
No, I'm very pleased. I think the FAI Cup is not about the management or anything like that. It's about the spectators and the players, you know. But you have to think of what Mr. Donnelly has put into football and what Ollie Byrne and them have put in. And Pat would agree that, you know, the resurrection of Shelbourne and to become a force, and all you have to do is think of Tolka Park. And fair dues to them. We're delighted that they got the success.
And I suppose for you, it's just as difficult sitting through 90 minutes, even after 6 successes, to get the 7th today.
I mean, we kicked every ball, and it was marvellous. It's a great occasion, you know. That's what makes the cup really.
Great occasion and a great day for those who follow Shelbourne. The red and white ribbons are on the cup. Shelbourne fully deserving winners, thanks to Greg Costello and a team captained by Mick Neville. It's the FAI Cup for Shells.
And that leaves just one item outstanding in this marathon season, the Board Gosh League of Ireland Premier Division Championship.